until the movies and stuff start rolling again. And
yeah, we have legitimate stuff to talk about. Yeah. Tell me
like
about it.
New Mutants.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another edition of the Murphy Street Podcast. Today it is myself, it is my man CeeLo. CeeLo, tell everybody what's up.
Hey, what's up everyone?
You guys, it is Memorial Day. We hope everybody is celebrating a fantastic Memorial Day. First things first, shoes and slippers at the door. Come inside and let's talk story. All right, CeeLo, let me ask you first. What do you want to do as soon as everything's fine? We can go wherever we want. We can do whatever we want. Everything's back to normal. We got the normal funds that we normally have. Like we're not running on fumes. What do you plan to do? What's your thing?
I think the two biggest things I probably had to move is one, going back to visit my parents because they're in California, and then Britt and I still haven't gone on a honeymoon yet. Which we're actually planning on doing this month, but obviously.
Where did you guys think you guys were going to?
We were planning on going to Europe.
Wow.
I'm doing like a little riverboat tour with Nat Geo.
Wow.
Which kind of sounded a lot of fun.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a curated Disney experience, but with Nat Geo.
Yeah, especially because it's pretty much what Adventures by Disney was based off of.
Yes.
Was the Nat Geo kind of guided towards.
But Hilani and I very much so look forward to going back to Disneyland. Now, May 11th, Shanghai Disney opened. They have permission to open at about 30% occupancy. There were social distancing measures in place, and you had to do a temperature check. When I understand it was successful, there were some things that were not available, such as fireworks. There were no parades and also no meet and greets. Happy that we're starting to roll again, right? I don't know how I would feel about that necessarily as far as with not having those elements, because let's like seriously, I'm a huge paint the night. Granted, we don't have that in Disneyland anymore, but I'm a huge paint the night guy. And fireworks at the end of the night. I mean, that pretty much caps it off for me when it comes to Disneyland. So I guess I'm not being completely honest, because I would jump at the chance to go to Disneyland. So let me backtrack a little bit. How would you feel about going into a park that was I don't want to say half-hearted, but like not completely dead?
I think right now, because everybody was kind of stuck at home with the stay-at-home orders here. I'm sure in China it was probably even more strict than it was here. People do want to get back outside. Given it's not going to be the whole experience, but if you live close by, now it's open. Now I can go, and I can go again when the parades are ready. The fireworks are ready.
The reason we're bringing this up is because here in America, we are all left wondering like how or when, especially as cast members, Disney will resume its businesses. Now, on the 27th or on Wednesday, Disney Springs, a themed retail dining and entertainment center, reopens with limited guest capacity. Only subcontracted shops are open. They did release on the website here, when you go to look up more information, it does say an inherent risk of exposure to COVID-19 exists in any public place where people are present. COVID-19 is an extremely contagious disease that can lead to severe illness and death. By visiting Walt Disney World Resort, you voluntarily assume all risks related to exposure to COVID-19.
I think you nailed it right on the head. I think, it will have to become natural. You will have to get used to your daily life, be more careful.
Right.
Putting yourself in these situations. Sure, I think it'll completely change the way a lot of these big businesses that a lot of people congregate at will run.
Right.
You'll see a lot more sanitizing of surfaces, more frequent cleanups.
Hopefully everything goes back to normal. You guys get to go back to work soon, and we are off and rolling, and we can go back and visit our friends in Anaheim or Ohana out there. Okay, so moving on. I found a really very interesting article. First of all, Bronson and I both love Taika Waitit. He's doing live readings of James and the Giant Peach. It's really cool though, because Taika actually goes on to show some of the people that'll be there, and so some of the faces that you see, let's see, people like Benedict Cumberbatch, there's Chris and Liam Hemsworth, there's Meryl Streep, Ryan Reynolds here. So it's on YouTube, and it's youtube.com/Roald Dahl, who is actually the author of James and the Giant Peach, right? So Roald Dahl, so ROALDDAHL. The real question for me, CeeLo, is what book would you read, and who would be your 5?
Honestly, it's got to be some sort of sci-fi book. If I had my celebrity choices to actually do it, it would be the Casting Community.
You know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like Mystery Science Theater. I don't know. Are you old enough to know what that is? My book would be Where the Wild Things Are.
Oh, yeah.
I'm obviously going to have Kevin Hart. I'm probably going to have Jamie Foxx because I think people forget how funny he is, but also how wildly talented he is. Like, he is an amazing singer. He can do voices. No, I'm not going to have The Rock. I hear you talking to me in your head, and that's not happening. But just because his voice is so wildly popular, I would probably do, is it Owen Wilson? Who's Lightning McQueen? No, I'm not doing The Rock. Stop. Put it away. Ryan Reynolds, obviously. And I may have Dane Cook. I want to talk about which three movies left you on the verge of uncontrollable crime.
I have to say, I did not find out the name of this movie until maybe like 10 years after I watched it, which was called Batteries Not Included.
For me, Up. Oh my God! It just
it's like the beginning of every Disney movie is always the sad part.
Yeah, it hurts. Like, it hurts so bad that as a grown man, I still try to avoid. Okay, number 2 for you.
Land Before Time. I will stick with animation.
Littlefoot.
Yeah, so that was one of my all-time favorites when I was young. Like, I had the VHS.
Yeah.
The commercial at the beginning was the Pizza Hut party. Everyone had the little Land Before Time dinosaur hats on.
So, I will stick to Disney, and I will say Bambi. I know, man. I was a kid. But it still gets me to this very day.
Last one I would say is A Dog's Purpose, or pretty much any dog movie.
Dog movies, yeah.
That was ever
you know
made.
What? So for me, my last one will be a absolute classic. It's E.T.
Oh yeah,
E.T. All right. So now we are towards the end of our episode or our podcast, which is our most favorite time. What's on my table? All right, and so you have
those little dumpling balls are like one of my favorite foods of all time.
I love a good soup dumpling. Stop it.
So I have had this on my mind since it came out a few years back.
Yeah, I'm going to shout out From the Heart, because From the Heart is the first place that we saw that particular figure. If you guys like Funkos, man, From the Heart is deep, and they also have, like, they've expanded their library of just toys, figures. They also have, like, sports cards in some areas. But what's on my table today is one of my favorite coffee mugs, and I just got him. Han Solo in carbonate coffee mug, and it's actually, so here you can see it's a coffee mug. So that will wrap us up for this episode of the Higher State Podcast. You can follow CeeLo at
CT96707.
And that's his hobby page. You can follow me at MURPHYSTREET808. That's Murphy Street 808. We drop our podcast every Monday on Spreaker or Apple iTunes, so feel free to follow us there. Other than that, you can join us normally every Sunday is when we normally do these, right? Every Sunday, right around the 6 o'clock to 6:15 time, we'll go live, even if we're a little behind, and you guys can watch us set up or whatnot. But nonetheless, we appreciate your support. Everybody take care. Congratulations to all the graduates of the class of 2020. And until next time, don't forget your slippers. Aloha.
Aloha.
Yeah.